Hi there, it's Robert Klein from Mortgage Terminator. For those who don't know me, I'm a mortgage broker that's Vancouver based, but can do mortgages all across Canada. I'm a real estate investor that pretty much invests in Winnipeg, and I've been in financial services for the last 10 years. So the point of this video is talk about the lowest mortgage payment in Canada. So the lowest mortgage payment in Canada did not really come from being a mortgage broker, it came from investing in real estate. When I first started 2 years ago, I was pretty brand new to the down payment structure, so I started with a down payment of 20%, and then over time I went from 10% to 5% to 3% to 2% down, then I went down to 2% down plus 10% improvements. So that meant was if I bought a $100,000 property, the bank would actually give me an extra $10,000 to fix up the property. Then I went from that to 2% down plus 35% improvements. And in that process, on April 19th, 2010, CMHC changed all the rules and pretty much eliminated all those rental property programs. So that forced me to start looking at the banks and see what they could do directly for me. And I didn't expect really anything, and by talking to a few of them, just really at a random, one of them talked about this program where you could structure it so that you have a variable product, a variable with a prime minus interest, which means it's the lowest interest rate available, but you could structure it so that you're only paying the interest only. And that's pretty much how I came across the lowest mortgage payment in Canada. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my pen and a piece of paper, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So what we're going to look at here is a $230,000 mortgage. And there's 4 ways of doing this. First, they go into a bank and they get a fixed rate, 5-year fixed rate. So today, it's I believe it's August 20th or 21st. The fixed rate today, the lowest that I know of, is 3.89%. So a fixed rate, 3.89%, $230,000 mortgage. Present value, 0. Future value, 3.89. 35-year amortization. The payment is $1,003 a month. Second is a variable rate. So today, variable rate is based on prime. So prime right now is at 2.75%. The best variable rate product out there is prime minus 0.7. So if you minus 0.7 off the 2.75, we are left with 2.05%. Let me rephrase that. The best prime actually is prime minus 0.65. So we're actually at 2.1%. $230,000. Present value 0. 2.1. 35-year amortization. Calculate present value payment. $773 a month. Now, these are the 2 basic rates, or 2 programs out there. There is a third and a fourth. A third is something called a line of credit. You've probably heard of it. Not many people actually use it. But the best line of credit right now is at prime plus a half. And the issue with the line of credit is that it's automatically an interest-only payment. So if our interest rate right now is 2.75 plus a half, we're at 3.25%. So take $230,000, times that by 0.0325, divide that by, that's our annual interest, $7,400. Divide that by 12, we're at $623 a month. Okay. For is a variable rate with a line of credit. So this is going to get interesting. It's going to be issued at prime minus 0.6, so 2.15%. So the traditional payment, $230,000, 2.15, 35 years. $779 a month. That seems, somewhat normal. So what we're going to do is we're going to break that $779 a month down to its interest and principal component. So if we have a $230,000 mortgage, and what's the interest cost of it? 0.0215, $4,900 a year divided by 12. It's $412 a month for interest. Move this a little bit. 412. The principal portion will be the difference between the 779 and the 412. Or $366 a month. So the only difference with this program, when I found out, I was shocked, they're going to issue out a line of credit. For every time that we pay that principal portion, they're going to issue out a plus $366 a month. This allows me the option of going to that line of credit immediately and just taking back my $366. So I can pay the $779 up front. The next day I go back to the bank and I take out my $366. My net payment becomes this $412 a month only. There's actually a little bit more details into this. I'm going to show you an example of the actual paperwork right now. So here's a new loan amount, $230,000. The interest rate is prime minus 0.6, so 2.75 minus 0.6 is 2.15. In this example, it had a discount rate of minus a half, so that's a month or two old statement, so it's actually minus 0.6. So interest and principal payments, $781 a month. Here it's $733 because that was when prime was 2.25. Prime today is at 2.75, so it's gone up. And then I broke down the interest and principal payment from $412 and $369. Now, in a traditional mortgage, this ends pretty much this statement. But because they attached a line of credit to this, the line of credit increases by the principal portion of the $369 a month, or the amount that you put down in the principal. We're allowed to immediately take it out, and this is basically how we're able to get a prime minus interest only payment. This program is not really marketed like this. It actually took me a bunch of questions to actually figure out exactly how this worked, but in a nutshell, that's it. So the next video I'm going to do right now is talking about who should use it and why. So the people that can use this mortgage is pretty much everybody. So, for example, with most people's traditional mortgages, it's very simple. They're paying the interest payment and they're paying their principal, and that's it. So, say for example, it's $1,500 a month. Month in, month out, you have to pay your $1,500 no matter what. That's fine. With this program, how I do it for myself, I have the option of paying the interest only. Let's say $700 a month, and if I wanted to, I can pay the $1,500 if I choose to, just like any other mortgage. Now, let's say, for example, if something goes wrong, I want to lower my payments, I can drop it to $700. But more importantly is, let's say I don't have any more money left, it's all gone, something happened with my job or whatever, controversy occurs, all that principal portion that I was paying down, I can easily get access to that line of credit immediately with that mortgage. So if you compare the traditional mortgage versus a mortgage like that, you can have the same effects, but with this, there's so many more options in terms of liquidity in terms of security, in terms of when everything goes wrong, you can use it. So that's for the average homeowner. That's what they can do. The second group of people that would want to take a look at this is real estate investors. So I found this out more on the real estate investing side. I'm focused on cash flow. So if I have the option of, here's my income, here's my expenses. If I can minimize that expense, I can produce a higher cash flow, which is what I want. So if I'm able to do that, obviously this program allowed me to do it substantially better than the traditional mortgage route. My last mortgage was for $72,000 on a triplex, and the mortgage payment is something like $160 a month. So anyways, that's the introduction to that program. If you've got questions, this is my fan page. You can feel free to ask. I have an email address there below. Feel free to fill it out. I will send more videos like this, and press the like button above. You can become a fan of my webpage or fan of my fan page. Thank you.